welcome to your Modern Maven Tarot for the full moon in Leo on February 12th, 2025. Thank you so much for joining me, and also thank you to all my subscribers. If this does end up resonating, please do hit that like button and subscribe, and also make sure to check out some astrology for this full moon in Leo. All right, it is going to be a lot of drama. Now, this drama can go two ways, right? We have the light side of drama, we have the shadow side of drama. So you're going to be seeing drama in all sorts of different ways, okay? Unhealed ego energy, you will be seeing that shadow energy of the drama and what that drama brings, and people feeding off drama. Drama can be a wonderful thing, right? It can be a release to be bold, to not hold back your creativity. So utilize the light aspects of this. It also is an energy of love, creativity, and leadership, and being bold and courageous, letting that lion inside of you roar, all right? But roaring for the light, okay? What I always say with fire signs, you always have an opportunity to either use the light for warmth and guidance for people, or if that shadow energy of fear comes out, you use that fire to burn others before they burn you, all right? And so always make sure when you have that torch, that light within you, that you're recognizing the ways in which you can use that fire to be bold and courageous, a leader, to just stand in your own light, all right? We can all use that energy regardless of whether or not we have strong Leo placements or strong fire placements. So you will be encouraged to focus on love, creativity, and leadership. All right. Now that leadership, this is two ways, okay? Because while you can be the leader, right, and showing the light, we might be seeing a lot of shadow energy of leadership in the collective. And so for this collective tarot, why I always do collective readings for these major transits of full moons and new moons is because the way we all individually use our power, use our intentions, use our focus is so much more important. If we give attention to that shadow energy, it is going to grow and grow and grow, regardless of whether or not your energy is for, positive or negative influence of that energy. What can you do to step in your personal power to be the light, all right? And connect yourself with people who are also utilizing that energy. There is a lot we are moving away from. Now, Saturn in Pisces has taught us a lot. And the biggest thing about Saturn in Pisces, which is what the Eight of Cups is hard work and compassion, okay? I am so unbelievably excited for the new moon in Pisces. I just finished Pam Gregory's new moon. She put it out a little bit early. So exciting. And so we want this release of this full moon, because full moons can be culminations, but they're also releases, right? And so we want to get ready for what this Pisces new moon is bringing in. So let's go over a little bit of the cards that came through while I was clearing, and then we'll get into the reading. And then after that, I will pull a card for each sign. All right. And again, thank you so much for joining me. So this is important. Okay. Food and hunger came up. Now, the reason I think food and hunger came up is because, remember, there's going to be a lot of drama with unhealed ego energy of people in power who are using that not for the greater good, but for their own self-interest, right? So pay attention to the fear that might be used to manipulate the masses of scarcity and scarcity mindset and being powerless of that, okay? And so again, all of this Aquarian energy with Pluto Aquarius is trying to get us back into community, focus on community, how we can all help each other, our strengths, our weaknesses. We want to see it, everything for what it is, right? What I really love too is an archetypal energy that came through was rebel. And right away, I thought of the drama, right? That's coming in. And so the light and the shadow, I thought of David Bowie, rebel, right? And how David Bowie just went out there, was creatively exactly who he wanted to be. And that is what we need to focus on. If there's any shadow energy, unhealed ego energy within us, we're going to prevent ourselves. We're going to trick ourselves out of taking leaps and showing ourselves the way we want to be seen creatively. It's really about us roaring, right? And that roar is meant to be what is focused on collective good, okay? Because we can have personal good and collective good aligned. So think of David Bowie. If you can play some David Bowie even during that time, Ziggy Stardust, playing that album would be amazing. So really just give that flair of drama in the positive, all right, of self-expression and freedom, and the inhibitions of, thinking and worrying about what other people think. Allowing your shadow to not be afraid of showing yourself exactly who you are. Another thing that came through, spiritual truth. Now, this is going to be important because we are seeing a lot of awakenings happening, right? And what is spiritual truth? And people using spirituality for, again, personal gain versus greater good, all right? So just pay attention to your own spiritual truth. Another thing, gratitude. Gratitude in order to release ourselves from burdens. And that is what we need to remember, because again, a lot of what I would call, clickbait fear mongering, and it's not saying to not realize that there are things happening that can be kind of scary, right? But the way in which we're being manipulated to not feel like we have any control over our own lives, over our own autonomy, over wanting what's best for everyone, okay? So gratitude to release burdens. Now, this is why it's important. So important, the time that you give and the focus you give to collective with air communication, with social media. That influence, whether or not, obviously stay connected, but the amount of time we use on that is so important. And then ask yourself too, if with that shadow energy, if you're being pulled to, check in on social media more than you need to, and where is that coming from? What fear is there? What are you distracting yourself from doing or focusing on? Okay. Very important question. Now, again, with the be bold and courageous, also reflect back on the past when you have been very bold or courageous and how it made you feel and how things aligned for you, okay? This is what's so fascinating to me, because both of these energies came out. So 2 different decks, right? We had the Hanged Man come out and the 8 of Cups. Both of these energies are about releasing, okay? And stepping into a new identity, stepping into maybe a new form of leadership, right? A creative project that has people seeing you in a completely different light. I'm getting kind of, like a tortoise in its shell where it's hiding itself, and it's time to, stick that head out, if you will, and be bold and courageous when it comes to something that you've been wanting to manifest, okay? It's also about speaking it into existence, all right? Pisces is the dreamer. Now, Hanged Man is Neptune. Neptune ruled by Pisces. 8 of Cups is Saturn and Pisces. And again, new identity, following a new path, having the patience to allow these things to come to fruition. Power of patience was a big message for all water signs during the strong Saturn and Pisces transits, all right? And the instability, so there is this feeling of possible instability, isolation, and stagnant energy. Now, this is important for water energy, okay? Why water needs to move is because when water is stagnant, it can become toxic, right? And so water needs to move to stay fresh. And so I think there is that energy of if you feel like you're in a stagnant situation, relationship, whatever it is for you, even a stagnant way of thinking, this is the time to bring in that creativity, to take the lead in your own life, to take the lead in your own mindset, all right? If there is, let's say there's a topic that's been interesting you, going out and exploring it, because Jupiter is now direct as well when this full moon comes in. And so that expansion, Jupiter and Gemini, expansion through communication, through education, right? Learning, traveling. There's going to be a lot of that energy back to direct again. And we're wanting to explore. So think about the ways that you've been reflecting on that and how you can utilize. There's so much to choose, but choose one. Choose one thing that you creatively want to explore more, as hard as that can be. Think of it, because Gemini energy can really keep you into that worry, doubt, and fear. There's too many choices. I don't know what to do. And it's you have to hold the one coin in your hand and focus all of your attention on it, because all of those things can come to fruition. But right now it takes the focus of, one cup. And so what this is saying strongly is, what is the one cup from childhood? What is the one thing that you wanted in childhood that you need to focus on now, because it's something where it's like, it's from within you. It's always been there. It takes discipline and focus, but right now it's really about like childhood dreams. Like, what was it you always wanted that you haven't pursued? Ooh, because oh, and then again, why gratitude is so important, because we might be focusing on it as if we can't attain it. Like, we don't have what we need to attain our biggest dream. But the more we stay grounded and focus on what we already have, we're going to realize all of what we're putting, the barriers we're putting in front of us. It's time to answer the wake-up call. They're all excuses, okay, is really what this is saying. So be bold, be courageous, giving gratitude, right? The light is shining from within you. This is childhood dreams. I mean, look at this. The sun is also linked to Leo, fire energy, right? It's everything you've ever wanted. And so that's why I want us to think about this, because the more we're distracted by that toxic shadow collective energy, the more it has a hold on us. Whether or not we believe in all of it clearing, right now it's about focusing on the internal, focusing on your community, focusing on doing everything you can to shed whatever it is that's holding you back, all right? Look at Leo energy here, strength, okay? Taming that shadow energy is what's going to bring you 9 of Cups, okay? Taming shadow energy is so important. So like I said, if you haven't been doing shadow work, please do shadow work. That shadow work journal that I always talk about, so very important, okay? It heals a lot, all right? And it's things where it's the everyday things a lot of times. It's not the big dramatic things that have happened in your life. It's actually, sometimes it's those day-to-day shadow routine energies where we realize, oh wow, like I never thought about this until I go deep and do the journaling, all right? So please pick it up. It's less than $20, totally worth it, all right? So I think that is enough of those energies. But like I said, a lot with rebellious creativity, being free and letting yourself shine exactly who you are. So let's see what we got for the collective for the full moon in Leo on February 12th, 2025. Okay. See a lot of sparkly energy, which is really exciting. But remember, the drama is going to be bold, and it's especially when it comes to leadership, okay? But what I love seeing this here too, because if you remember, the new moon in Aquarius ended with the Ace of Wands. So how amazing to see it on the bottom of the deck, all right? How amazing is it to see this on the bottom of the deck when that left with us personally having that inspiration and confidence to move forward, to be bold, new opportunities, okay? So again, take that wand in your hand. Very interesting. Okay, that's amazing. Okay. Oh, interesting ending to that. All right, so that's where that scarcity, okay, what did I say about that scarcity energy that might be coming through? So do pay attention to that, because there might be a lot of energy of trying to take away individual personal power for a very small bit of gain of, individuals in power, okay? But judgment is here, okay? We have to remember, Pam Gregory talks about this for her new moon in Pisces, is about how much your focus, and that the outcome is changing day to day depending on how we all focus our energy. And why I do these collective readings is because our personal power is so much more important, all right? So much more important when we come together with the same mindset of what we want for the greater good. Okay, so let's get into this. I'm gonna pull a clarifier too at the end, because we need to see how this, when we clear the shadow energy, how we can use it for our personal power, all right? When these things come to light, it's not to hinder us, it's to help us clear some cobwebs, if you will. Okay, so overall energy for this new moon, King of Cups. Wow, this is just very fascinating to see some water energy for such a bold, fiery, full moon. Okay, so we're getting culmination and release. This is a card asking you to spend time in your dreams, though, all right? And so why I said, like, so much tune out what's going on. This is people in our lives, okay? And so for us collectively, I'm really seeing that if this isn't you, this is somebody else. But this is a very important energy of nurturing your cup, right? Making sure your cup is full. It's a reliable card. It's an emotionally stable card. And so that's what's very fascinating is if this is imbalanced, and there's some shadow energy here, it could be really, you know, people looking for their own personal satisfaction versus thinking of the greater good. All right. But in the right place, it's really important. Okay, what we need more of, the Seven of Cups. We cannot be limiting ourselves to what we think is possible to attain. And why I said too, like, it is very important though to focus on one cup. All right. All of these cups can be yours, but right now it does take focus on one specific thing that you're looking to explore right now. You can write all the dreams that you have down, but when it comes to taking action, make sure you're focusing on one. And the fact that the sun here too is in the middle with all of that energy of Leo is so very important. Now, this is also ruled by Scorpio, okay? Yeah, Venus in Scorpio. All right. And so there is a need for transformation when it comes to how we think we can be, you know, our finances and our health, like mental, physical, financial health, how we see ourselves attaining it. That's interesting. All right. But we do need more than anything to focus on what it is we are manifesting, what we have the right amount of. I am so excited for this one, Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands is ruled by Pisces and Aries. All right. It's bold, it's confident, it's fearless, it's empowered, and it's optimistic. This, to me, the duality of Aries and Pisces, it really expresses some Leo energy a lot, because Leo is warm and loving, right? And so that's what these two energies. So we do need that bold courageousness, leadership, fearlessness of Aries with the compassion, optimism, and empathy of Pisces. And so we have this, right? We also want to pay attention to people who are in power, leaders, you know, people who project a lot of feminine energy, who are bold, courageous, and fearless, because there is something here to there being a gentle reminder of that, of being, because again, the divine feminine coming back into power is a part of this age in Aquarius, right? And so I think we're going to be seeing a lot more bold, fearless women in leadership roles as well, which is super exciting. And so be that in your own life, okay? Be bold, be courageous, be fearless, because the more of us that individually, even if it's something, you know, like you are afraid to go to the gym because you're afraid of how people judge you, like going out and doing that, even though that might seem small, this is what people don't realize is all of these small actions create massive change. All right. We think that we have such little when it comes to power, but these little steps make such a big difference. What we need less of, Knight of Cups. So this is what I'm saying. There are some selfish people that we might be seeing. What a lot of the drama is a lot of selfishness, and this can trigger us, right? It can trigger us emotionally, especially when we are aligned with harming none, helping all, greater good. Everybody, you know, can have a piece of the pie, and those drives are getting in the way. And so don't let your personal drive get in the way as well. All right. You know, show up, be who you need to be, but don't let it be your only focus. I guess that's an interesting thing. But I think too, like, this is more of like other people coming in, because Knights come in with proposals, right? And so there might be people in your life who it's like almost like a fleeting satisfaction that they can give you. And so again, it really is about showing up and doing the work, because the Queen of Wands, I'm telling you, like, that is one of my favorite cards, especially in this deck, because of how she looks. When you feel empowered, you help empower others. Okay. When you feel empowered, you help empower others. So what can you do to personally empower yourself? Because all of us individually doing that makes a huge, huge difference. Okay, now what you can change, Ace of Swords. I love this because this is determination. This is focus, this one sword, right? Focusing on the one cup, the one. Have your thoughts be directly focused and only focused on this new direction. prepared to be moved forward. This is a card really of empowerment too, and freedom with the eagles, right? Freedom, clouds in the air, Aquarius, all right? This is where the determination to be prepared to move forward, it takes all your focus on that and less on the drama of that shadow energy that is trying to get your attention. And so all of these things, like, how can we see that they're here to teach us something very important about our personal power, our personal freedom? But it's time to be bold, okay? Like, this is a card that's saying, if you want to change, you need to change your thoughts. You need to change your focus. You need to change, and also to write it down. You know what I mean? Like, this is a time here, Pisces. So Pisces is a dreamer, and so Pisces can be delusional, right? But honestly, like, sometimes people don't realize, like, that delusional energy does manifest things. So manifest it in your best life, in the best life for the collective, all right? Because if people wonder why the shadow energy like gets power, it's because they're so focused on their delusions that they create them, okay? And so you have to see that those energies work. It's not about light and shadow. It's just about utilizing it, all right? What you need to accept, temperance, okay? Know thyself, nothing in excess. This is Sagittarius energy. And so it is really about faith in ourselves, faith in humanity, faith in each other. But the temperance is all about balance. So look at the fire and the water and balancing that. And that's where I think too, like we said, we have a lot of people who are not emotionally balanced. They have a lot of wounds. And so when you're seeing these things happening, there's a lot of unhealed shadow energy with people who have power. And the reason that they need that power is because they fear, right? All of that comes from fear. And it's really sad, honestly, but not an excuse. But this is something where, like I said, the more you focus on your own emotional like, there's gonna be a lot of emotionally unstable people, okay? You showing up every day, having that balance, understanding too that just because something might not work out perfectly the first time doesn't mean you don't keep going at it, all right? Temperance is really about finding the right balance. And so you put your, let's say you're putting a project out there and it doesn't, gain a success right away. Well, like, then keep working at it. Just keep doing it, all right? Because there's something here to finding the right balance and finding the right balance in life in general, okay? Now, something I want to bring up too, because this is major arcana, and what you need to accept is like, this is interesting because Pam brought this up in her new moon in Pisces. Is really like your focus and what it is that you're wanting to, and working with the energies instead of working against them, and having belief that these energies will manifest, right? Like, that can be hard. It can be really, really hard. But yeah, I'm going to leave that one as it is right now, because I think that one, the biggest message is balance, okay? Balance, balance, balance. Collectively, things might feel out of balance, and the only way to bring them back into balance is, again, by, focusing on that. Now, the ending being 5 of Cups, feeling left out in the cold, insecurity, worry, doubt, fear. That, and this is personal energy, right? This is why I'm telling you that when you feel empowered, you help empower others. This is the energy they want. They want people to feel disempowered. They want you to feel like you need somebody else to fill your cup. The light comes from within. Anytime you can shift that mindset. And so if you're feeling this energy strongly, there is a lot of, look at the roots of your shadow energy, right? These roots are deep. And so the more we can make sure that we do what we can to feel empowered without doing it on a level of fear, the better off we'll be, okay? Now let's clarify. Why is the 5 of Coins here as the outcome for, there's that Hangman again, for the collective? Okay, why is the 5 of Coins here for the collective at the outcome of this full moon? Be bold, be courageous. If anything too, like, I want you to remember, like, if you're seeing this energy, your higher self is like, to you get to like your best outcome, it does take clearing. And so if you do have things that are still lingering, it's there to ask you to heal it, okay? So it's not there to hinder you. That's the thing I think a lot of people don't recognize, is sometimes we think that, you know, this energy, it comes up to say, see, but instead it's really about like, no, see how you can clear this to be your best self. Okay, see how you can clear this to be your best self. And here's what we have to clarify that, which I think is great. And like I said, there's something, it's related to childhood. Again, these people, emotionally unstable people, is connected to their childhood too, right? So the more of us that can individually take care of that, the better off we'll be. Strength, Leo. Knight of Coins, being completely engaged. And so here's where it's like, if this energy creeps up, the best thing you can do is be disciplined, be bold, be fearless, and be completely engaged. And this is earth energy, right? And so the more that you can take action, take your personal power back, tune out collective energy that is taking away that power, the better you will be. Connect to your community, okay? Connect to your community, be completely engaged and focused on not the negative, focus on where you are going. Laser focus on your determination to move forward and move forward in a new direction, all right? Stay focused on it, please. Okay, so let's see what past life energy we got going on here. I think they're like, that's the thing is like, we're all so distracted, and that is by design. I mean, you can watch things like that tell you there's a playbook to all of that if you don't understand that. Very cool. Okay, High Priestess at the bottom too. So like I told you, this is very, very deeply wounded. Forgiveness. And so much of this is about emotional hurt, emotional pain. This is also, you know, like father energy as well. And actually, like with a lot of this unhealed shadow energy, there is a lot of shadow energy with father energy. Okay, so forgiveness, so very, very important right now. How liberating and free we will be. Look at this. Ace of Swords. Do you see the two eagles in the front here? And then these two doves. There's so much peace that will come with forgiveness. And again, forgiveness isn't forgetting. Forgiveness is just dropping something and moving on. It's so important to us personally and collectively. What does forgiveness look like? Again, it's not erasing the past. It's just allowing yourself to not stay attached to it anymore. And that is where that Hanged Man and Eight of Cups is coming in. Not being attached to something anymore. Amazing. Okay, so collective energy that we are going to be seeing, the archetypal energy, liberator. All right, now light attributes of this: freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns. We need that light, okay? Shadow, imposing your own tyranny over those you claim to liberate, ignoring legitimate constraints. So we are going to be seeing both of these, okay? Like I said, that drama, the shadow drama is coming from this. We want to be attached to this light drama, freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns, all right? It takes a lot of internal laser focus, I'm telling you, on your thoughts. And Pam said this too in her new moon. She said that like when you wake up, you stamp what you're going to be feeling and you focus on that. You tune out the collective toxic energy and you focus your personal power on that. It's so important. Okay. So let's see what the Green Witch Tarot has to say for us. What do we need to hear from the Green Witch Tarot? So, okay, this is amazing. And then 10 is at the bottom. Planning, setting intentions, optimism, laser focus on what you're growing. Laser focus, okay? What seed did you plant? And what can you do to allow that to come to fruition? And honestly, like, you have to look at your distractions. I'm speaking to myself too. So always remember, I'm speaking to myself. What distractions are you allowing to prevent you from pursuing what you want? Okay. All right. Empowering question here. What empowering question? Actually, no, let's do the crystal energy first. All right. What crystal energy can help the collective for this full moon? Ooh, I love this. Angelite, peace. My goodness, there's so much here to peace, forgiveness, release. Remember, full moon's release. And like I told you, this is setting us up for that new moon in Pisces, which is going to be emotional, but very, very optimistic. Okay, that's all I'll say. Peace. So if you're feeling the scarcity mindset, if you're feeling that energy, pick up some angelite and hold on to it and ground yourself in some like loving, calming peace. All of the blue too, all of this Aquarian energy. Never forget that Pluto and Aquarius, like the power of Pluto and Aquarius is where we need to be focusing our energy, okay? Power in the people, right? Okay, so empowering question. What I love too is like people need to remember that Aquarius is the water bearer and we have that Pisces North node, okay? And so all of this is here to like bring your dreams, be bold, be innovative, be an individual, right? Okay, so we got 3 here. What if everything is as it should be? How would that make me feel? Just step into it, okay? Is there something I should let go of to be able to move forward? Forgiveness, there's something here to let go of, okay? And what kinds of good and beautiful things am I experiencing in this moment? Wonderful. A lot of people, like I said, a lot of this shadow energy is holding on to things that don't serve them, but you can't really explain that to people though, can you? Like it has to come from within. Has to come from within. Okay, so let's do a sign by sign for everybody and then we'll close this out. And let's start with Aries. What does Aries need to hear for the Leo full moon? All right, Aries, look at you. 6 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. Okay, they did pop up like this. So I just want you to be aware if there's any shadow energy, any emotional wounds, feeling of lack, whatever that is, utilize this. Okay, utilize the energy you have. There is a major, major, powerful, positive shift that's happening. And the Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Jupiter. So remember, Jupiter just went direct in Gemini. What can you do with how you write, speak, that can really help you attain your dreams? Because whatever this is, it's really about taking the action, and the action time is now. So remember, with Jupiter direct right now, that expansion is coming right now. Taurus, the Chariot. This is Cancer energy. You got the wand in your hand, Taurus. And so if anything's holding you back, reminder, light and shadow working together to drive you forward. The wand is in your hand, okay? Use that bold, creative energy to put yourself out there. Big momentum, big change, all right? Huge, major. Both, I love seeing both Aries and Taurus have that major energy. All right, Geminis, what do Geminis need to hear for? That did not come out right. All right, what do Geminis need to hear for? All right, the Fool. Look at you, Geminis. Geminis, this is what I love, because this is that energy I was talking about with the rebel and like just going out there and not even fearing, like knowing that the universe has your back. There's something here, a very big new direction. All right, this is Uranus, and there's a lot of Uranus energy here. And so this is what's so important for you, Geminis, is because that air communication, you like the drama, all right? You like to gossip. I'm a Gemini, moon and rising, so I get it, right? This person is tuned into the music, the vibration, right? They are not tuned into what is happening in the collective right now. This is a time for you to just be in the zone, all right? This is a big change. It's a big new direction. It's very exciting. Look at so far, everybody has major arcana. This is so cool. All right. Now, Cancer. What do Cancers need to hear? Look at you, Cancers. 8 of Wands. Man, everybody's got some major forward moving directions here. This is amazing. 8 of Wands can indicate travel, fast communication. It's Mercury and Sagittarius. Be passionate and tune into your heart when it comes to what you're trying to manifest, all right? Seek out new experiences. This is water. Do not be stagnant, all right? What can you do to really get out there and experience life, okay? Forward motion with confidence, all right? Variety is the spice of life, I'm getting too, but if you want to take a trip, take a trip. If you need, just don't be stagnant. It's a very important message for you, Cancers. Don't be stagnant right now, and don't focus on the collective too much, because you're absorbing it, and so now is a time to not do that. Leos, look at you, 7 of Wands. This is you, Leos, Mars and Leo. This is so cool to see because of that bold, courageous energy. Leos, you have a major opportunity personally to really stand up and express what it is that you believe in, your passions, all right? To be a leader, to assert yourself with passion, but also remember integrity, okay? So whatever it is, like, you need to take a stand for what you believe in. Just make sure you're tuned into your heart, all right? Because I can see that this person's like taking this wand, again, like I said, like people with personal agendas, like not for what personally benefits you, but for what benefits everybody, okay? Be bold and be courageous because it's so needed right now, okay? All right, Virgos. What do Virgos need to hear for the Leo? Look at you, Virgos. Okay. This is amazing. Virgo's magician. Laser focus your intentions, all right? You have the ability to manifest everything. And I'm going to pause again. Wand, you know, you can see this as a wand. They have their wand. You have their wand. So many people, like I said, we're getting a lot of personal power right now. Like it's making the hairs on my arms stand up. We're getting a lot of people feeling very personally empowered and being very bold and very confident and a lot of feminine energy. Be bold, set those intentions, but laser focus your thoughts, all right? What is it you want to manifest? Again, not just for yourself, but for everybody. All right. Libras. Okay. But going back to the magician, I'm sorry. But focus on your personal dreams too, okay? All right. What do Libras need to hear for the Leo full moon, February 12th, 2025? Oh, Libras, you got a lot of energy here. All right, look at that. All right, 3 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Temperance. So what this is saying to me, you have a lot to celebrate, okay? And this is people from all walks of life, right? What I love about the 3 of Cups with this deck is everybody's uniquely themselves, and that's what makes them amazing. Ace of Pentacles, something being gifted to you, but it takes temperance, okay? And so here, you can see this pentacle, right? It is this sun. You can picture it here. But in order to get to that, you do need to balance, all right? 1 foot grounded, 1 in your dreams. And so Libra, you know, balance is the key to life for you, obviously. There is something here spiritually too that is like, pay attention to synchronicities that are coming around that are trying to guide you to stay balanced, all right? Balance, 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 balance. It's going to lead you to this new opportunity and a lot of celebration with your community that comes from that. Super exciting. Okay, Scorpios. Scorpio. All right, so for you Scorpios, tune out from the collective stuff, okay? Don't fear the unknown. The way that you're going to sit here on your, don't fear the unknown. The way you're going to sit on your throne is by releasing something. So this 8 of Cups for you, following a new path, there is something here emotionally that you might be attached to, but it's, again, look who's taking that wand. This to me might feel like you might be feeling isolated and alone, but if you're wondering where this path is leading you, I mean, it's leading you to new people, but it's also leading you to something very lucrative, and it's something very, very new, right? The white rabbit, think about that white rabbit going down the rabbit hole and where that led Alice. Don't fear the unknown, okay? Also too, like, look at there's something here where it's like you're finding comfort in something that's not actually helping you, but you can't see that right now. But when you emotionally separate yourself from something, it's gonna open you up pretty big. Okay, Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to hear? Oh, Sagittarius. All right, so you got a choice here. And I'm going back to that forgiveness. There's an energy here of the heart always teaches the mind. And the closer we get to that Pisces new moon, the more we're going to be feeling this. 2 of Swords, you really need to figure out which direction you're going to take when it comes to how you're thinking about something and compromising when you can, all right? So even if there is hurt, like, I want you to focus on where you give your power away when it comes to compromise. Because, again, you're a very friendly and, like, like to be there for everybody. One more clarifier for Sagittarius, because that's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So if you're wondering which sword you're supposed to take, take the one that gives you power, personal power. All right. I think that you're pleasing too many people, and sure, that might cause some heartache if you choose to follow a new path, but you're meant to take in your leadership, be confident, take charge of your thoughts, take charge in your action, right? Like, you're meant to sit on this throne. And so I do think that there's something here where you pleasing others has gotten in the way of your personal power. So big transformation for you. Okay. All right, Capricorns, what do Capricorns need to hear for the Leo? Capricorns being stubborn, it feels like. Okay. Look at you. Okay, 7 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. If you feel like something you've grown isn't what you wanted it to be, you have to think about how you're thinking about the situation, the words you're speaking into existence, right? So again, taking that sword. Sagittarius, taking that sword. So much of this is about us taking our personal power, all right, and being bold and being confident and taking accountability, again, for our thoughts, our beliefs, our communication, and how that does affect the outcome, all right? If you're feeling dissatisfied, what can you do? A new direction so if you have been growing something, you're feeling kind of like, a new direction might be needed, okay? But be determined, be bold, be confident. Aquarius, what does Aquarius need to hear for the new moon full moon in Leo? Oh, look at you. Oh, Aquarius, you're going to be busy. Balance is the key. Temperance. So temperance is going to be really important for you. Okay. So focus on these 2 coins and try your best not to focus too much on the collective energy. Earth energy, staying grounded. But this might be taking a lot of you might be getting really, really busy. Do everything you can to keep that balance though, okay? Because what you're building is pretty exciting, okay? So just focus on balance, please, 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 please. Ride the wave of change like a surfer, and you are going to be golden, okay? So personally, you're going to be feeling that. And so the more you can remember to stay emotionally balanced, right? Getting enough rest, getting enough sleep. Yeah, just... please stay focused. Okay, Pisces. All right, Pisces, what do we got for you? 9 of Pentacles, nice. Pisces, this is great because I'm feeling a lot of just that peace card, of just you know what I mean? The 9 of Pentacles can indicate inheritance and increase in money, enjoying the comforts of home. You obviously enjoy the comforts of home usually. If you need to rearrange your stuff, making sure that you continue tending to that garden. Okay. So if you are feeling this nice, just satisfied, and keep your attention. I love the bird on her head too. I've never really focused on that too much. Keep your intention on what you're manifesting, because it is growing and it is going to be successful. Okay. Very exciting. So let's do one more for the collective. Oh, you know what I think it's funny too is, so she might not have a wand in her hand, but she has these carrots in her hand. And so it's still somebody holding something in their hand. This is so cool. How many of these are related to that? Okay. Yep. Big message for us all collectively that I'm leaving us with. 10 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles. The attention we are giving to this collective nonsense is making us feel stuck. The way we're going to unstick ourselves, that new beginning is coming, is by focusing, grounding ourselves, being secure. What are we manifesting? All right, we've already got this. We're here. We're taking ourselves to that higher step, but we cannot just take it, if you will, right? This is amazing. I hope everybody's as excited as I am. I cannot believe how many people are holding the power in their hands in this energy. So feel that confidence, feel bold, feel excited. Thanks again for joining me. Hit that like button, comment if it resonates, and as always, shine your inner light. We've got this.